Okay, so this is number. Do you know, I can't even remember what number this is because it's been a few days since I last uploaded another video. So now number 6, 7. Anyway, thing is that this is another chapter in the little video story that I made whilst I was back home. And this is me walking up Market Street, relating a little story that happened when I was walking down Market Street many years ago, about 3 o'clock in the morning, and there was this punk guy. I think he was playing with me a little bit, you know what I mean? I could hear his feet. It's like weird because there's nobody there, and I mean nobody. Market Street was empty. 3 o'clock in the morning, Market Street is empty. Nobody there. And I could hear these footsteps. I could hear it distinctly. I could hear somebody behind me, and I kept on looking round, and there was no one there. And it was a bit freaky, and I'm like, no. And I'm not thinking it's a ghost or anything like that. I'm not even remotely going there. But I'm convinced there's somebody following me, and I've no idea who it is. I've no idea what they're up to. But every now and again, I would catch a glimpse of somebody just dodging quickly behind the, down the side alley or something or whatever. Anyway, of course, I'm getting more and more paranoid, and the thing is that I wasn't going to run. I don't know why, but I wasn't going to run. And to be perfectly honest, I think I was more intrigued than anything. I was actually more intrigued. So, anyway, eventually, turns out it's a punk guy with the whole works, the Mohican, colour hair, the pins, the safety pins, the whole punk get up, yeah. So anyway, this punk guy's walking down, and I must admit, again, I'm thinking, oh no, here we go, is he going to start some trouble, he's what's he up to, blah blah blah. Anyway, basically catches up to me round about where Boots is, where the Arndale sort of, you got that bit that goes on like a little tunnel thing, it's not a tunnel, but you know what I mean. Anyway, where Boots is. So anyway, this guy catches up to me, he lets on and says, oh well, blah blah blah, and he was as friendly and as nice as you wish. Do you know what I mean? He was such a nice guy, he really was. We sat down, we chatted, he shared his beer, he shared his we shared a spliff together. It was great, actually. Really enjoyed it. I don't know how long we sat there for. We sat on the steps of Boots's, where Boots's is, and we sat there and we chatted and chatted about, well, God knows, I can't even remember what we spoke about. But it was a really nice time. And we left, and he went his way and I went my way, and it was just a really nice, hour or two or whatever. And it was just so surreal, do you know what I mean? Because you're thinking, oh no, he's a punk guy, he's been following me down the road and he's going to try and mug me or something, or whatever. Well, no, it was just complete opposite, and it was just great. So I'm relating that story as I've just related it now, the whole thing, and I'm relating it to Charlie, as I said, because he's inspired me to do these videos. Well, as I say, or I may have mentioned, I was planning on doing something like this before anyway, but he's kind of given me the impetus to do it, I guess, in some ways, by watching his videos that he's been making around Manchester. But, so, anyway, as I say, one other thing I wanted to mention was something I noticed, because I've just rewatched it myself again, just so I know what I'm talking about and so forth, remind myself of it. And I don't know if it comes across in these videos, because obviously I sound like to me, and that's it, do you know what I mean? And I now live in London, and I've done for the last 10 years, or just over 10 years, and I've not really lived back home for longer than that, to be quite honest. But the thing is that right at the end of the video, as I'm about to turn it off when I get to Deadman's, I noticed I went right into northern mode, if you like. I went straight, I'm talking like, what did I said like, I'll leave it here for the time being, like, and it's like, now there I just had to actually physically do it deliberately to do that, put that like accent on, like, and yet I did it without even thinking at the end of that video, and it just makes me smile. And makes this nice warm glowing feeling inside that there I am, this northerner, and I'm speaking my own my own tongue again, if you like. You know what I mean? I'm back home, and I'm falling into, like, you know, lovely. I love accents. I love accents. I do, and the northern accent particularly. Obviously, I'm biased because I'm a northerner, but I do. I love it. It just made me laugh and made me smile, and I love being a northerner. Proud of being a northerner. Aye, lad. Anyway, so enough of this waffling. I've waffled on for 5 minutes now, so this video is going to be even longer than it was intended to, but I don't care, really. I quite enjoyed just chatting away about that, actually. So, okay, so I'll put this up with the video and just enjoy it if you want, or not, or whatever. Yeah, I swear there's something else, but I can't think what it is now. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Bye. Okay, Charlie. I don't know if you can hear me over the clamour and noise of all this in the street, but you should be able to recognise where we are. Like I say, I used to walk down here 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when there was no one here. Bumped into a punk once, round about here, funny enough. This punk guy, he'd been following me all the way down from Piccadilly Gardens. Well, not following me, he was just basically walking the same way, but you know, it was a bit eerie because I could hear him and he was clip-clopping down the road behind me. I could hear his footsteps, kept looking behind, I couldn't see anyone at first, and anyway, yeah, oh well, you can't really hear probably what I'm saying now because of the musicians on the side of me here. Anyway, so like I say, this punk guy, eventually I caught sight of him a couple of times, but he seemed like he was dodging down the side street or something. Anyway, cut a long story short, basically what happened was finally catching up with me, and I must admit I was quite scared. I'm thinking, oh god, there's going to be a bit of trouble, like, you know, blah blah blah. And anyway, this guy started talking to me, and we just sat down and he shared his booze and he shared his weed with me. You know, it was like, wow, that was pretty cool, man. You know what I mean? It was sat there chatting for, I can't remember how long, but it just shows you about judging books and covers, man. You know, never do it. Never do it. But anyway, that's quite a nice sound. Like that. So we're down in Market Street, of course. Market Street of town centre Manchester. It's not changed up, well, I'd say it's not changed, I mean it has. Obviously it's different, because I remember it when I was a kid, and then it was traffic going up and down this road then. I remember there was just one path on one side and road and buses and traffic going up and down. No, of course, it's been like this for years. I mean, it changed when I was here, so living here. Yeah, so anyway, I just thought, why not? Whilst we're walking up here, I'm going to get the bus in a minute and I'm going to take you somewhere else. Show you another place where I used to sleep. But we're coming up towards your favourite place, Charlie, actually. Well, yeah, jokingly say favourite place. And you did suggest that if we were ever around in this area to go in there and sit down upstairs, but I think I'll give that one a miss, to be quite honest. I'm not as brave as yourself, I must admit. I don't particularly want to be hassling or being hassled today, particularly. At Barclays Bank, where you went upstairs and sat there and had yourself a glass of water, and yeah, that was quite an interesting day, I thought. Quite interesting. You went up there and nobody bothered you. It's funny how they can get so, what's the about people filming, isn't it? There it is, Barclays Bank. Nice one, Charlie. Like I say, I'm not as brave as you, so I'll give that one a miss, I think. Right, we're coming up towards Debenhams now, so I think what we'll do is we'll leave it there for the time being. Alright, catch you later.